Those animals were removed last month from squalid conditions at the Celtic Pets Rescue. But some SPCA members who've spoken out about this case say their memberships are now under review, and the Society admits it will not condone what it calls destructive dissent. CTV's Elizabeth Chu has the story tonight.
Joan Sinden owns 4 dogs, including Daisy. She was adopted from Zonda McIsaac's Celtic Pets Rescue 4 years ago. That shelter was raided by the SPCA last month, and 100 cats and dogs in poor conditions were seized.
I can't condone any of what she did to any of the animals.
Sinden recently welcomed Jack into her home. Last month, he was one of 25 animals taken from Alice McIsaac's home, Zonda McIsaac's mother. 2 high-profile animal seizures, yet after a month and a half, still no charges. Sinden asked why on her online diary.
When things are not done properly, I guess you could call that critical.
The pointed public questioning was followed by a letter in the mail. Sinden found out her membership with the SPCA was being reviewed. The letter says members must abide by the objectives of the society. The SPCA's Judith Gass says the executive has the right to review the membership of those whose criticism crosses the line. So far, 3 members have had their memberships revoked.
It would be a fair question for her to contact the SPCA and ask that, but if she's going to blog about it and ask the media, that's probably not a fair thing to do and not in our best interest.
Janet Chernin has called for the resignation of several members of the executive over the handling of several issues, including the Celtic Pets investigation. She says she kept the matter private until she was recently booted off the Society's fundraising committee. She accuses the Society of trying to silence dissent.
To me, the SPCA now stands for the Society for the Prevention of Criticism of the Administration.
Gass says the non-profit group made up of volunteers needs to have team players.
But I think it's important that we do keep our eye on the ball and remember that the reason we are here is to help out animals, and we can't be distracted by those who might have a different agenda.
As for the criticism about the length of the investigation,
I would expect charges to be laid within the next couple of weeks.
Now, Judith Gass says a handful of memberships will be reviewed at the Society's next monthly meeting. She says this has nothing to do with voting issues for the executive because this is not a voting year. Clearly, this dispute has created deep divisions among people who all share a deep love of animals. Steve?
Certainly a controversy that hasn't faded either.
That's right.
Elizabeth, thanks very much.
You're welcome.
CTV's Elizabeth Chu in Halifax for us tonight.